I listened to this guy, the anointed path, he said something. He said once you figure out, once you once you done figured out whatever problem you've been having in your whole life, no matter how much it is, how much you went through in it, who was all involved in it, when you really solve it and you realize ain't gonna be nothing till you solve it, ain't gonna be no congratulations of any kind of form, but you gonna know you solved it. You gonna know it's over. And then you gonna be like, man, that's it. That's it. And then you're gonna notice the obstacles is moving. It's like the whole thing, that goes with everything in life. You can sit still in one spot and solve every problem you got. Probably faster. Probably faster. You can just sit in one spot and solve every problem you got. Probably faster than you would if you keep moving. All you gotta do is just pray and give it to God. Keep your energy to yourself. That's what I would do. I can't tell everybody that because they need the oil. The Astro need the oil. That's what they say. I don't even know if that's true. Because I started becoming weak playing with that test they got going on. The good thing about me is I can tell when you're spiritually draining me. That's your light. That's your light of God, right? I'm not gonna let you play with that too long unless, in this case, it was long, way too long, but it was only because it was navigated through a lot of dark evil. A lot of dark evil, I think. And, but it's all good, though. It ain't the first time it done happened. It's just the first time that they actually tried to cipher every bit of me. I'm pretty sure if I would have let them cipher every bit of me, they probably would have been able to just do me in, you know what I'm saying? And that's what they were waiting on. I couldn't give you that, I can't give you that. I can't give you my life. Ain't no way I can give you my life. I work hard to get my life. I work hard to get right here. I mean, I work real hard to get right here with God, y'all. I'm talking about years of this. I'm talking about I went through a lot of humiliation. I chose to go through a lot of humiliation. I gave up a lot. For years. And then I had to be quiet about it. And people, like the humiliation that I was taking, I didn't have to take it. And then people were like, why are you dealing with that? I ain't talking about typical stuff, somebody bullying you and this and that. That ain't really, for me, that ain't even humiliate. I don't even know what that is. And I ain't never let nobody bully me like that. As soon as I started acknowledging and noticing bullying, which was in my school days, like junior high, elementary, and high school, I started nipping it in the bud then. Oh no, it's just something inside me that tells me, hey, ain't doing this to you. You gonna keep letting them do it to you? Like I said, my ancestors don't play, bro. About me, and they ain't gonna let me play with myself. So, for me, humiliation is saying no to stuff that you might need. Saying no to stuff that you can fix right then and there. And everybody watching like, you really gonna say no to that? You've been working for it, working towards it. But I seen past the fine print. I seen what was going on. And I said, nah, I ain't. I'm good. I'm not. You know you're gonna struggle. No, they're gonna tell you that. You're gonna struggle. That's the humiliation part. You are probably gonna struggle real bad. With or without God, you're gonna struggle regardless. I'd rather have God and struggle than not have God and struggle. And like I said, I just let God be my anchor. I go outside. I just let God be my anchor. That's another thing, y'all. Especially for those of you who don't know who you are, it is vitally important for you to go outside and walk. Because I think your satellite, and you know, we got historians has a satellite molecule, and it monitor you. It monitor you. Some people are tagged in their head. I know where that come from. I'll tell you, bro. I done got to, I done, I done been down so long. I done figured some stuff out, bro. And I was like, to the point that I could probably go in there and get it, bro. But I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna think about it. But some people tag, bro. I'm telling you, but it, it's all good though. Don't look at these people like enemy like that, bro. They're like they watching you pass that. Let me tell you this, what I realized about people that you think the people that we call they, that's watching you. Them people know God just like they know Satan. And they know if you do right by God, they better do right by you. They know it. So all you gotta do is do right by God. That's it. That's it. Game over. They know this. I'm telling you, they know this. You do right by God. If you are in some kind of simulation test or whatever, you do right by God. They gotta do right by you. They know this. I found that out in this situation. I found out, and I got some more good news. Probably got another trick to show the world. And I've been praying for this for the last couple of weeks. Like how we can tell that we might not need to be around somebody. I may have a secure way to let everybody know if it works for everybody, but I can't tell it now because the experiment ain't over yet. But when it's over, I'm gonna tell y'all gonna be like, man, this is crazy. And when I tell you, when I reveal this, if God let me reveal it, when I reveal this, because one of my main goals is, I'm already accomplishing my main dream. Being stuck like that, when they did this, that automatically made me be able to. Somehow my main dream lined up with my purpose. Go figure, you know. And I was talking to God about that, and he was like, let's say Michael Jackson would have walked in his purpose first. He would have still did music too. He'd have walked from his purpose right into music. So it was almost like he was supposed to do his purpose first, then music. Probably would still be here. It might not even be there probably about it. I just something, it ain't always been like this, so I want to know why it's like this. And then when I figured out the devil flipping stuff, all right, wait a minute, God ain't did nothing. This is magic, black magic, which is the opposite of real magic. Okay, this is what's going on. That's why they were so strict. And when you read the Bible, it don't matter who they is. Like I said, even the Pharaoh heard from God. The Pharaoh heard from God because he knew about his child. The Pharaoh even heard from God. No matter how bad he got. These days, people so bad, they make the Pharaoh look like a saint. I'm trying to figure out how to redirect everybody back on that path to where we can hear God again. And that's what it is. The census always been going out. They ain't never stopped. It's always a sign to tell us. Sometimes the opportunity is the biggest sign you can get. Not the point of receiving something for that opportunity, but the blueprint, the fine print that you ain't paying attention to. You gotta read between the cracks of the carpet. It's like you gotta pass the test. And a lot of times passing the test ain't signing no deal. Agreeing to something. A lot of times passing the test is turning down the deal. And I learned that even when you ain't got nothing in the world, God will give you something to let you know you made the right decision. But it'll be the fruit on your tree. You might have some bad fruit on your tree, but it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. And it's like, and if God would let me explain that, more and more people would want to give themselves to God. And like I said, you can even just look in the energy, man. Like I said, and your complexion, if you don't cleanse yourself as much as you feel like you possibly could, well, you can look at who you sharing your energy with, and you can see how it's affect you. And we got prison to teach us that. Why every time when somebody go to prison, they start looking youthful all of a sudden? You looking full, looking at everything, looking great for some reason, because they're not sharing their energy no more. Man, I've been on it, bro. That's what I got on here to say. It looked like things is winding down, so did y'all take advantage? Nothing stays forever. Did y'all take advantage of the solitude opportunity? Or did you cry and whine and complain about it the whole time? That's what I'm talking about. Because it's like, if you don't absorb it the right way, you're going to be bitter through it. Even if you even tolerating it, you're going to be bitter. And your thoughts is going to give that away. Your emission is going to get that away, which is your esteem and the spiritual. This is beyond the word that's going through your mind. How did it hit you when you hit that low blow? How did it feel? How did you receive it? And then how did you accept it? And then how did you transmute it? So, or transmit it. So, I learned so much in this situation, y'all. You gotta really embrace God. Did you get out of your emotions when it comes down to a love? Most of us fail with lovers, won't love them. I ain't never had that problem really though, because of the way I was raised. But for the most part, most people fail wanting comfort from another physical body. When you're in the solitude like that, especially the dark night of the soul, the only comfort you really need to be wanting is God. I learned a lot right here. But I'm gonna tell that if things go right with what experiment I'm studying at the moment, and it's gonna help everybody. It's gonna help everybody. Everybody in the world. It's gonna be mind blowing. And this right here, if it's what I think it is, this is gonna help re-navigate us from centuries of damage. So whoever re-navigate, it ain't telling how many centuries this went back when they started re-navigating us. This is one of my goals to accomplish in this situation. Beyond the fact of my dream and fulfilling what God wanted me to do. But one of my goals is to help everybody re-navigate back to their right lovers, right family, right friends, and everything. So we can start back focusing on building again in peace. But anyway, that's it. Gotta get outside. But yeah, like I said, take going outside very, even if you're on your phone a lot, well, go outside with your phone. You know, that's what I seen when I went to New York. Everybody was on their phone, but they were still outside. So get outside as much as you can, bro. Cause it's something about being outside, and it's something about, like I said, I got a great idea when it comes down to meditation, but I'm gonna keep it to myself, you know, and it's gonna be, cause I ain't gonna lie, when God took me in and out of dimensions, and I'm not really for sure, but I swear up and down, it was a planet so elevated it can move around, a whole planet. I could be tripping though, and I've been really on there, and I've been like, what? How did they do that? And I started thinking about the pyramid. I said, that's what's going on. There's something about the pyramids ain't nobody paying attention to, but I'm starting to pay attention to it. And I always try to see the good in everything. And then I thought about CERN, and let's say all the reasons for CERN was probably negative. They probably thought it was positive, but it's probably negative. But it's still something that can be utilized and that's very good if I ain't mistaken. And it's like throwing an engine in the planet with some pipes on it. But I don't know if that's gonna work though. Yeah. I was just always thinking too much, bro. I'm like really thinking hard, bro. I don't even know why I'm thinking this hard, but this is what I do though. That's why I say I love nerds, bro. Back when I was on the block, when I had all them gangsters and thugs around me, I had to keep me a nerd around me, which was typically normally uh, who was once my boy Ben, and we would just talk nerd stuff. And you know, he could hang on the block, nobody would bother him or nothing. They knew he was with me. And you know, we just talk. Oh, what about this right here? What about that right there? Oh yeah, everybody be around, be women, everybody be around doing whatever thugs do. But me and him ain't. Me and him ain't. But you know, that was then though. It's a new day and age now. But yeah, I figured out something. I figured out some way to captivate the capture them pyramids is vitally important. We gotta take care of the pyramid and even start sending money. Everybody needs to send money to keep them taken care of, because that's one of the most ancient historian stuff we got. We need to really, 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 really appreciate the historian that this planet got. Everything old and ancient. We all need to really, really appreciate it and really be serious about it. Not no imitation stuff. I mean, you got imitation where you trying to preserve the real thing, but we all need to try to come together and really start bringing back alive the natural organic stuff somehow. That's what I'm saying. We wasn't investing in the right thing. We was investing. I've seen what a lot of people are investing in, and my God, I ain't even keep talking about no 5 years of that was enough. 5 years of that was enough. You hear me? Enough. You know what I'm saying? And then we looking at other planets. Do we can fix our planet? Our planet is immaculately beautiful. The planet is extraordinary. It's what we done to it. And we need to revert back to the right way. And we need to heal our planet the right way. We need to put that good energy. I'm realizing when y'all made me do this old silly test, and you so whatever y'all had going on, I'm not gonna get into that in this message, but I'm realizing how vitally important we are to the planet as an individual, and how vitally we are important to the planet when we with the right person, and even all the way down to our lovers, you know, to the birds and the bees. So I'm learning like that's extremely important, and I'm figuring out why in the Bible they were like, you know, they didn't worry about stuff we worry about today, and didn't put emphasis on. They didn't care nothing about it. They didn't care nothing about it, and we gotta pay attention to that. That's why I've been reading that Bible. I read that Bible real slow, because it's amazing. It's just amazing. It's like even the stuff that people steal, the downloads of God. That's why when I was in the studio, God taught me to be careful with the editing. And then I got them producers in my studio listening to my music, and they said they wound up saying the same thing God already told me. You can over edit something. You can take something from diamond to gold. To silver. You kept editing. You swerved it down. It was better because it sounded good, but that's like that song I just did last night. It took me 20 minutes to do that song. It was that 10 minutes probably. And just bored. And normally I make one during these holidays. I just throw it out there. Here, take it. You know? Here, you know? It's nothing, man. It's nothing, bro. We shouldn't worry about stuff like that. We shouldn't worry about it. So one of the main things God made me get over in this situation is how people were stealing everything from me. Man, it's nothing, bro. Yeah, you the creator, son. That's how God was talking. You doing it. Why you worry about it? You keep worrying about it, I'm gonna put you in a situation where you gotta worry about it. Okay, God, I'm gonna let it go. Okay, God, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. That's like when I started healing myself, when I was contaminated. You know how bad it make you feel to try to heal from something that's supposed to kill you? But for some reason, I'm talking about going through with it. I'm talking about getting the money up, saving the money up, and actually processing yourself to go through with it. You don't even know if it's gonna work. Your chances of it working is 2%, slim to none. And you finna take money where you could have just go bought some rims for your car, put them on your car, went and bought another girl or whatever. I don't know why I said it like that. Went and got another woman and wasted it basically. And enjoyed the little time you had left. You know, it took a lot for me to get to the point of just thinking about saving myself, especially going through what I was going through in life, being attacked like I was being attacked. And just lo and behold, I started saving myself and helping myself and healing myself. And it still was no support system. There wasn't no women coming around, because I had one. Like I always just stuck, trapped somehow, trapped myself. It wasn't no people coming to tap me on the shoulder and say, good job. It wasn't no family member saying, I'm proud of you. It was none of that. It was still nothing there. And I had to go through a whole process, a whole 2-year process, eating healthy, nothing but salads, and drinking nothing but water, no sugar, no bread. And then I had to take all these supplements. I love holistic doctors. Absolutely. I love doctors and holistic doctors, especially when they work together and not hate on each other. That's perverse. We need to fix that. We don't need to worry about the population. We need to put people back on the right track. The population gonna come down when lovers get with the real lovers they're supposed to be with. And we don't need to interrupt the relationships at all, period, no matter if they're good or bad, but especially when they are good relationships. You know, if anything, support them and uplift them. That's it. That's all we need to do. So when I started changing, I started building myself in that kind of characteristic way. I'm telling y'all, this is where it's at. And I learned when people wasn't there to support me and put me in a position of saying, you did good. Yeah. Or let me do this for you and help you do that. It wasn't none of that. I had to go right back to that stressful life after I went through all that to heal myself. And this time I had to go back to that stressful life without the stuff that I had numbing me to deal with the stress in life. But I grew with God. I grew with God. I can hear God telling me what's not good enough. I can hear God telling me your emissions need to be disciplined some more. I can hear God telling me you will be descending. And I ain't did nothing to the naked, to the people, I haven't did nothing of sin. But God saw something. You will be waiting. How long, God? It could be 1 day, 2 days, it could be a few months, it could be a few years, it could be 3 lifetimes. I don't know time. Time don't exist with me or money. You're my child. And that's all I need. It don't matter if the whole world hate me. I only need for one energy to love me. My ancestors can hate me. My guardian angels can hate me. I only need for one energy to love me, and that's God. Peace and love out there, y'all.